Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing to you guys a team that is going to be in the brand new meta called the Single Type Cup. And if you guys aren't aware, the Single Type Cup is basically a cup where only Pokemon of a single type are allowed. And there are a couple bans here, notably Cresselia and Deoxys Defense. So this team I am running is a team that was featured by another content creator named Jonkus. He is a very talented battler as well and really knows what he is doing. So the team that was suggested is a Kanto Muck and Double Dragon team. And initially when I was looking at this team, I was trying out Rodriguez first as the lead. But I realized that I did run a set with this specific team, and I was seeing some fairy types, and I noticed that this team, if even with Rodriguez, won't really have a good time dealing with the fairy types. So that's why I chose to switch it up, and I tried running Kanto Muck for this set, and I was able to get a 5-0 here, as you can see. So Kanto Muck is on the lead to protect the back two dragons from any fairy types. Basically, that's going to be the only real weakness here, and as well as like ice types that are like pure ice types. But you won't really see too many of those here in this meta. And then Kanto Muck also does well against the fighting types that you'll see a lot of here. You will struggle against Pokemon like Hypno though. So that is something to be careful about. And Haxorus will also struggle a little bit against Hypno too. So you are kind of ABA weak to Hypno, so to speak, but of course you can definitely still work around Hypno if given the damage output and things like that. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem if you can work around it. But yeah, this is a team, and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and continue into the commentary here. So I have my Haxorus up against a Registeel here. So I'm just going to go ahead and chip the Registeel here with some Breaking Swipes, lowering the attack. I will commit a shield here. I want to see just continue to counter down, and then throw the Breaking Swipe at the Hypno once it comes back in. So I'm able to counter down the Registeel, and they bring him back into Hypno. Of course, I would have liked to throw it on optimal timing, but my Haxorus was almost about to go down, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and come back in with the Kanto Muck here, and at this point, this game should be over. I am able to tank a Thunder Punch here from this range. I think this Hypno is running Thunder Punch, and it is. Just because of the debuff from earlier, I was able to live and get to my own Thunder Punch here up against this Hypno. So that's going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. And hopping into the next battle, we have Kanto Muck on the lead versus a Melmetal. This is not a good lead at all. I'm going to go ahead and swap right into Dragonair. That's my soft counter here. And they come in with their own Dragonair. So this is pretty interesting here. Play the mirror. Going to go ahead and throw my Body Slam here. I do grab a shield from the opponent's Dragonair, so that's nice. And the opposing Dragonair does end up throwing here, which is good for me. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go and just get my shield advantage here. So the Body Slam does come through, and down goes my Dragonair. That's fine. Going to go ahead and wait my timer here and come back in with the Kanto Muck as soon as the timer is up. So in comes the Kanto Muck. We're going to go ahead and commit to the farm down here of this Dragonair. I will have to tank a Body Slam, but that's no problem. The Muck is bulky and very tanky, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go. That's fine. And then the Melmetal is going to come back in, so I'm going to go ahead and chip with a Dark Pulse or grab a shield. Either one is great for my Haxorus. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Dark Pulse, and it does chip the Melmetal, and I do come in with the Haxorus, and they have a Vigoroth, so this is actually pretty good for me. I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Breaking Swipe here up against this Vigoroth as soon as I get it. I want to start debuffing this thing right away, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and continue to counter down this Vigoroth. So I will have to commit a shield here. They are at a body slam, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and shield and counter down the Vigoroth. And once they come back in with the Melmetal, I'm going to go ahead and throw a Breaking Swipe. And it does look like it happened to be a CMP tie as well. So this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and let this move go. Although, as you can see, this does like way too much damage, even from a Melmetal. And of course, the Rock Slide comes through and nearly takes out my Haxorus. So maybe that might have been a mistake, but that's okay. In any case, going to go ahead and come back in with my Muck here, and then they aren't on a move, luckily, so I'm able to reach the Thunder Punch in time, and this is going to be enough to take out the Melmetal. So, good game, very well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next battle, we have Kanto Muck here up against a Kanto Ninetales. So, this is a neutral matchup. Wanted to swap right away into my Dragonair just to see what they have in the back, if they have any anti-dragons or fairy types or something, for example. I can let this move go pretty safely. It's just a Weather Ball here. And the opponent does now decide to swap into an Ampharos. So they are pretty clearly core broken against dragon types. So going to go ahead and throw on good timing here. Throw in the middle of their Volt Switch animation. Just this Body Slam, and I am going to throw the next one here right as the Volt Switch goes through. Again, good timing here. So they are currently at 4, and this next Body Slam will draw a shield from my opponent. And I am going to go ahead and respect the Dragon Pulse here that they might have, so I'm going to go ahead and shield out of caution. And they're actually running Thunder, so not quite sure why they're running Thunder here. But in any case, I am going to commit the shield and farm down the Ampharos. So their third is going to be an Umbreon, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and throw a Body Slam here, and for whatever reason, the Umbreon does decide to shield. I'm not quite sure why, but that's fine. And then they are now at the foul play here, and I'm just going to go ahead and let this move go. It's going to be more enough to take out the Dragonair, obviously. And of course, at this point, I can come with the Haxorus and start getting ahead on energy here. One foul play, I'll be hit by right now, so I'm going to go and let it go. That's fine. I can tank 1, but definitely not 2. But even from an Umbreon, this still does more than half of the Haxorus' health. So as you can tell, Haxorus is extremely glassy, but it hits very hard. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Breaking Swipe here up against the Umbreon. And I am going to try to catch another move here onto the Umbreon, I mean on the Muck, but that's fine. It's just a foul play. It won't really do too much because I did debuff the attack of the Umbreon as well. So that's fine. And all they have left is the Kanto Ninetales here. All I need to do is just reach this Dark Pulse. I did accidentally trigger a CMP tie there, which was a mistake, but luckily I do have a shield, so I will shield out of caution just in case they do have Psyshock. And then Dark Pulse is going to come out here from the Muck, and this is going to be more than enough here to take out the Kanto Ninetales. So it's going to be a good game, very well played to my opponent. And we're hopping into the next battle here. We have Kanto Muck on the lead up against a Granbull. So this is where you want to see it, of course. So the opponent is going to safe swap into a Mismagius. Well, I gotta love the spice. And I respond with my Dragonair. So this is perfectly fine for me. I do trigger a CMP tie, which is unfortunate. So I will shield. Of course, Mismagius hits very hard, and they are running Dazzling Gleam. So, of course, that was a grid shield from me. And I'm going to go ahead and fire off an Aqua Tail here. Just to get rid of this Magius or grab a shield. So this Magius is going to go down after a couple more Dragon Breaths. And they are, of course, going to come back in with their Granbull. And I'm just going to go ahead and fire off a Body Slam here as soon as I get it. Probably will be getting a shield, or they are going to get some chip damage. And the opponent decides to no shield for some reason. So that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and let this move go. This is going to be either Crunch or Close Combat. And it is the Crunch, so that's fine. Just going to go ahead and try to get to another Body Slam if I'm able to, and luckily I am, so that is good for me. and they are going to, for whatever reason, the opponent decides to let this move go as well. So they have Dragon of their own in the back, and it's a Haxorus. So this is good. I can come in with my own Haxorus and play out the mirror here for a little bit, and then I think I can finish off this game with the Kanto Muck. So going to come with my own Haxorus here. They are able to win the CMP tie here up against mine, which is unfortunate, so I will commit a shield. But I do also want to get off a breaking swipe of my own, and I'm going to do just that here. And this is obviously going to be grabbing a shield from the opponent. So at this point, I'll just go ahead and swap back into the Kanto Mug, and at this point, this game is over. The Haxorus is going to hit me with a breaking swipe, but that's fine. Won't really do too much damage here. Well, they actually go for Surf, which is interesting. But I'm able to Poison Jab down the Haxorus and take that win. Hopping into the next battle here, this is a great lead, Muck against a Superior. Actually, my whole team can deal with Superior pretty well, but they do swap into a Hypno, so I am a little bit slow to the swap here, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a move, but I did fire on very bad timing, which is unfortunate here for me. They do let this move go, luckily, and I will commit a shield here because they are definitely at enough for a Shadow Ball, so I will respect it. And it is a Shadow Ball, so luckily it was a good shield. I definitely do want to keep alignment, so I'm going to try to farm down this Hypno, and I am able to, luckily. So that's good for me. And they have a Shadow Machamp here, so this is fine. I can grab a shield here from this with a Body Slam, and luckily I do grab the shield, so that's perfect. And now I can align my Kanto Muck here up against the Machamp, so this is the correct alignment here. And of course my my Haxorus can also deal with the Superior in the back too, so that's perfectly okay. The Machamp goes for a Rock Slide, does quite a lot of damage here. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Thunder Punch here up against this Machamp. This will be doing some nice chip damage or grabbing the last shield from the Machamp. So they let it go, and that is fine. So basically this game is now over. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the Dark Pulse here, and it does look like it was a CMP tie. So this is perfectly fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and get the Dark Pulse out. It does go through, and the Superior is going to fire off a move. And of course at this point I can let the Muck go. It's done its job. The aerial aids from the Superior will be enough to take me out. That's fine. And of course I can now finish the game with Haxorus, as the opponent no longer has a win condition. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Breaking Swipe. They're just going to let this go because they know that the game is over anyway. So that's going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. And that is the team. So if you guys are looking for a very fun team here, you will have to watch out for fairy types with this team. This Kanto Muck Double Dragon team is definitely worth a try. But that is going to be it. Let me know what you guys think about this team in the comments below. If you guys like this video, feel free to give this video a like and thumbs up. Any support for this channel would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you guys want to stay tuned for any of my upcoming content that I'll be posting here on the channel, please feel free to hit the notification bell as well, so you guys don't miss anything else that comes your way. And that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.